And before we get underway, here's the grid for the race today. So we have Lewis, Big Chungus, Big Bailey, Davin, Joker, Strong, RB Gives Wings, Racengineer, and Fabi. That's the grid order for you. Let's go down to the track. And as we're waiting for the race to start now, I'm just having a few changes to the cars. We're gonna get underway in a couple of seconds. And here we go. We're on now. This is going to be the strategy for Racengineer. Thinking of the strategy, what will you do? And here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. We're off for the race today. And here we go. It was a good start from Racengineer, but he had to slow down a little because he was a little too quick actually. And here we go, into turn 2. Oh, someone's gone wide. He's been hit. Racengineer's been hit twice. And he's into the barrier. That's some damage there. And has to get out of the gravel now. Back onto the track. Back up to racing speed. Racengineer will go. And he loses it again. And he's crashed into the barrier. It looks like Racengineer is going to have a terrible race today. He's now down to P9, back of the grid, and it's Big Bailey ahead. And going through now, green flags. He's got back up to speed, and hopefully he can chase after something, because this may be a lonely race for Racengineer today.
Dabbing squad, you hit me. I can't believe you hit me.
And radio message there from Racengineer. Been hit by Dabbing squad. That was. It was a second collision there. I wonder if that was Dabbing squad again. And fastest lap goes to Lewis. He is a fast driver here. And here we go now. Coming through the final few corners, Racengineer goes. He'll surely pit for a new front wing here, but no, he won't, because damage is off in this race. So no pit stops really, unless your tyres are low. And on to his second lap now. He's now going to be chasing after Big Bailey. And then Strong. I think he may be able to catch Big Bailey. I don't know. Depends. Is he quick enough? It seems there's yellow flags in the first set. No. Someone has gone off maybe. And he's up. Racengineer's up to P8. And it's Strong that's gone off. He's now down to P9. And Racengineer's up to P8.
No, I'm telling you, Dabbing, you hit me. There's no way you couldn't hit me. You were trying to go onto the track. You went on the track vertically. It looked like you were trying to go to the marshal post on the other side of the track. How can you not hit me?
And some annoying... It seems Racengineer is a little annoyed at Davin here after that collision earlier on. In the first lap, and another fastest lap set there. And oh, he's gone wide. He's now going to have to get back onto the track, and he's getting right now through the final few corners again. It is lap 2 out of 19 for Racengineer, 3 for other drivers. And as soon as he crossed the lines, DRS will be available to him, but it will only be available when he is 1 second behind him.
I hate these F2 cars. As soon as you lose it once, you lose it twice. It's almost impossible to not lose it again.
And another radio message from Racengineer there. Here we go. Racengineer, can he catch up to Big Bailey? I don't know. I think he may be able to. Here we go. Into the next corner. Racengineer is 3 tenths off the pace here. 2 tenths, 1 tenth. There we go. Into the left-hander, into the right. Now, onto the straight. He goes. I don't think he will be able to catch Big Bailey here. He does have quite a few laps to go though. And there. Here we go. And into the corner. Yeah. And through the final few corners again, Racengineer goes. Through the final corner, Racengineer comes and onto the straight, finishes his lap.
This was not the feature race I was looking for. I was hoping I could get the mention for the previous race. Just wish I had recorded that.
And it is another radio message from Racengineer. And again, we're off into the 3rd corner. Now down into the 4th corner. Racengineer goes. Runners off a long corner, turn 4 is. And into the left-hander of turn 5. Looks like Racengineer is looking in his mirrors there. Is Strong close? Strong seems to be behind him. You can see him on the mini-map there. If you just look close enough, you can see the arrow of Racengineer. And Big Bailey seems to have gone off the track again. So that has maybe kept Racengineer's P8 for a bit longer. And here we go now. To the left and the right-hander. Follows through into the final few corners now, and again he will come round the 3rd final corner of the lap, 2nd final corner of the lap, and he goes through the final corner and across the line for a lap time of a 1:35.480. And here we go now. Right.
I hope the
into 1st corner.
Commentating on this race actually has something to say, otherwise the viewers are just going to drop out. Oh, so annoying.
And here we go now. Another radio message there from Racengineer. And now into turn 4, the long turn. Just keeping an eye out, not much going on here where Racengineer is, but he is P7. I think Fabi went off the track, we didn't really notice it. And here we go across the line again. Goes another car, 2nd across the line again. Racengineer does seem to be closing up to Big Bailey. Oh, goes a little wide there. And here we go. Through the 2 corners. Brakes for the corner now. And here we go. Well, there's not much going on. Don't forget to join us for the sprint race on another day. And the sprint race, the top 8 will be reversed. So if Racengineer finishes 7th, he'll start 2nd. If he finishes 8th, he'll start 1st. And here we go into the 1st corner. Into the 2nd now. And there is no qualifying for the sprint race. It's just the same, but again, the top 8 reversed. And here we go now. Can Racengineer catch up to Big Bailey? Ooh, Racengineer seems to be pressured. Looking in his mirrors, looking behind. No one seems to be there though. And don't forget, vote for driver of the day. Who do you think was the driver? It seems that we will see what happens. And here we go, into the turn there. Racengineer trying to catch up to Big Bailey. Not been a radio message for a while now. Seems to be quiet, focusing on what he's trying to do, and that is catch up. Go through the final corner.
I just hope I don't need to sneeze during the corner. That's gonna
Oh, shaking there a little, and another radio message there from Racengineer into the first corner now. Going through, and here we go. It seems that there are some pit stops going on here. It is lap 7, so it is likely that will be happening for maybe the 2 stoppers.
Right, I need to pit now. Jeff has already told me, and I got strategy change not too many laps ago, so I'll be pitting Dab. I hope I'm closer to you when I get out.
And another radio message from Racengineer. He wants to be closer through the pit stops to Davin. And here we go now. He will be coming in. What will his pit stop time be? Through the corner now. Not much to commentate on here, as there's not much action going on. And it seems another pit stop is going on. Okay. Not much to commentate on. Not really fun when you don't have much action going on here. And into the pit stop, Racengineer comes. He may get out ahead of Fabi.
I'm so glad that Codemasters have brought in the feature of race highlights in multiplayer for next game. That is going to save my content for the other people that watch.
And it was a 5-second penalty there because of speeding in the pit lane. Now it's 5 seconds, the pit stop there. Annoying time. Here we go, out he goes. He comes out in 8th position behind Davin's squad. He seems to be in 7th. And here we go. It's far away from Strong or Davin. Seems 55 seconds is the gap between Strong. That's a big gap, almost a whole lap. Would be if it was about 40 more seconds, which is actually a bit long, to be fair. And here we go now. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, what a save there. And now
Stupid cold tyres.
seems he's annoyed that the tyres aren't warmed up yet. He's not really getting some use out of these ones. And here we go. Oh, he almost loses it again. It seems these tyres are not that good. And here we go now into the final corner. He goes and across the line. What time is it gonna be? It's a slow time because of the pit stop. And here we go now. I think everyone's pit now. Racengineer doesn't have much to do here. Ooh, it seems there's a battle going on ahead in P.
Yes, Dabbing, I know there's 10 laps remaining. It's not even 10 technically.
And another message there from the race engineer. Through into the corner now, onto the straight. Oh, and almost loses it again on the and here we go now through Racengineer lined up. He is on the hard tires, by the way, if you didn't notice. And through the second final corner, through the final corner, still not getting these tires warmed up enough though. And it seems he still is slipping out. Here we go through the first corner. We've got now 9 laps to go. And here we go. I wonder what Racengineer is thinking right now.
It's a horrible race, really horrible race.
And another radio message just as I speak of him. Seems he's not having a good race today. Okay, so now we're getting onto the straight. Lost the control there. A little. And here we go into the corner. Those lovely orange gloves. Through the corner. And coming up to the right hander. And here we go, through the left and right hander. And he comes now through the main straight. And onto lap 11 of 19. As into the first corner, he goes into the second, almost loses it and goes into the barrier. And through the next corner now. Not much going on here. Seems that all the cars are pretty spaced out except from Davin and Big Bailey. They seem to be having a battle there, and same with another group of cars that are in 5th and 4th. They seem to be having a little battle of their own.
I think I'm catching up to you, Dabbing.
And another radio message from Racengineer. It seems that Big Bailey and Davin are really giving. It seems Big Bailey is really trying everything to get past Davin. Seems really close on the mini-map. And here we go now. Through the final corner, Racengineer goes. And crosses the line onto lap 12. Davin has come off the track. He's slowed down on the mini-map there. There was yellow flags, but quickly got back up to speed. Here we go. Through the corner. A little wide there. This race seems to be a boring one for Racengineer. Just going and going and going and going. On and on and on and on. Not much to do. Here we go now.
I think you lost 5 seconds because of that spin, dabbing.
Another message from Racengineer.
Yeah, you definitely lost 5 seconds because of that spin. Let's see if I make a mistake. I should hopefully catch up to you.
Racengineer trying to catch up to Darren's squad. Can he do it? Boom. And here we go now. Through the corner. Race has gone on for a long time now. We are on lap 13, if you didn't know. Racengineer is on lap 13. And now third crosses the line to go into 14th lap. It seems he's pitting for his second stop there. Oh, he loses it. He's into the gravel trap.
No. No, I've done a dabbing. No! It's like, that's what I mean. F2 cars are horrible once you've lost it. You lose it again. God's sake.
And Racengineer getting back onto the track. He is in 8th position. Still. But that puts him a lot further behind.
I've lost 18 seconds because of that. Damn it.
Oh, that's not good at all. Minus 18 seconds. That is very annoying. And here we go. On to into the corner. And here we go through the 4th corner. Through the 5th corner. No. And now coming up to the 6th corner is Racengineer. We almost lost it. And through the 6th corner. Now through the 7th. Through the 8th. And now coming on the straight. Racengineer comes down to through the 9th corner. 10th corner. And through the 11th and 12th corner. Now the 13th corner. 14th corner. 15th, the penultimate corner. And through the final corner, the 16th corner, the 16th lap. 16 corners in 1 lap, 90 laps. Here we go, Race Engineer. I think if he makes another mistake, he will go down to 9th maybe. So he's really got to do this. He's got 5 laps to go. Not much again to commentate on. Yeah, it's a very boring race for Race Engineer. Through into the next corner. And through now the 8th corner, through into the 9th corner. On the straight now, racing away through the 10th corner. We go through the 11th and 12th corner, and now into the next corner through the left and right chicane-ish corners. Through the final corner now, he's trying to catch up the Tavin squad, and it seems can't quite, and is that it seems to be P8 out of 8. It seems someone has retired. Oh no, Strong has left the session. We have 4 laps to go in this race. 3.5 more like. And now through the next corner, on the straight, and now into the next 2 corners, left, right, and then another right. And through to the 10th corner. And I've been a little spin there for Racengineer. Through the next corner. Seems Racengineer is going to finish 8th here, unless Davin makes a major mistake. On to the 17th lap, 3 laps to go. And now through the next corner. And here we go now. Not much again to commentate on. We've got 2 more laps and a half to go. Four more minutes. Maybe of the... Oh! He's lost it! Racengineer!
Damn it, damn it, damn it. For God's sake. No, 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 no.
And he's lost it again, Racengineer.
Stupid F2 cars. I've driven about 7 hours in this and I'm still not used to it.
And here we go.
Oh, come on, blue flag. What? No. Oh, for God's sake.
through the final corner. Seems Racengineer is getting blue flag. That means the front runners are catching up to him.
Well, it's my final lap as well, technically now, because I'm lapped.
Yes, Bobby not catch up again here. Racengineer now. And here we go, Racengineer.
Literally in the space of 1 second, he's got 5 seconds ahead of me. Bloody hell, Lewis is quick.
Seems Lewis is very, 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 very quick. And here we go now. Racengineer's final lap maybe. Depends. Yeah. If he wasn't a lap behind, and if he was a lap ahead, then he would be second. No, he's 8th. And here we go, through the final few corners. It seems Racengineer will finish P8. Lewis comes in to win the race, and Racengineer just slowly
He's got the fastest lap as well. Bloody hell, he's quick.
comes home for 8th position. That is the future race over. There are still a chance for these guys to do it. Red RB gives you wings, coming through the final corner now to finish the race. And then we'll go to Big Bailey, then Joker, then Davin Squad. Davin Squad gets overtaken. Fabi and Davin Squad are having a battle late here in this race. But it seems Big Bailey comes now to cross the line in 4th position. He got up a couple of, and it's Joker to come home for 5th. And it seems Davin Squad comes home for 6th and 7th. And here is the race order. So we have Lewis, Big Chungus, RB Gives You Wings, Big Bailey, Joker, Davin Squad, Fabi, Racengineer and Strong, who did actually leave the session. Don't forget to join us for the next race. Goodbye.